The on-the-spot recording tool is the one that's the most helpful for me because a lot of my instruction is done in the small group. So it's just really quick and easy for me to print that out, and I set up an activity for whatever that dimension is. Big, I-M-A. Okay. Plus on that on-the-spot, I always put notes on the side for myself as well. So that's another easy way for me to put documentation in for students.
I do a whole group and then I just pop in with the little clipboard as they're working and just check on them. And then the center time, I do the same thing with the clipboards. I just kind of work with the group and then I go around with my clipboard. Good. And the last page? Sometimes I gather information at different times, so it could become very confusing which objective have I completely assessed and which one I haven't. So just keeping everything very organized by subject. You know, all my literacy objectives stay together on clipboards, all my writing objectives stay together on clipboards. And I'll come back and check on you.
I do have a pad of paper that I just keep with me on the clipboard just to jot down anything I notice, scribble notes down throughout the day. My partners have a really great sticky note system that I would love to copy one day.
What I do is I jot down their names, and I've made this board and I've taken it from a colleague who introduced me to it. So I have all my students' names. I laminated it so I can use it every year, and I just put the names over the tops. And then all of these different sticky notes are all tasks they've done or observations I've made.
Do you remember how to make an M? Start at the top. The student I was working with today that was struggling with the letter M and he was writing a W, rather than just checking off that he wasn't getting that letter, I wanted to know what he was mixing it up with. So I quickly, by his name, I have an M and a W. Down, up, down, try it. So I tend to take a lot of anecdotal notes on students.
Ashen, let's make an underground Hot Wheel track. That would be awesome.
So I spent some time in the block area with the kindergartners that are over there and looking at cognitive, so objective 11, and about solving problems, showing curiosity and motivation, and then flexibility.
Okay, because if I had it even harder than this, they would just shoot into the air.
So I was talking to Lex for a while, and he was making a Hot Wheels ramp where he wanted the car to jump over a wedge piece of block, and so he kept building it different ways until he was successful that way. So I was able to document that through anecdotal notes and a little bit of video on the iPad.
I couldn't find any more ones with the floor.
Oh, and so since you couldn't find any more, then you decided to make something different. And then also talking to Piper over in Lincoln Logs and seeing how she was building her creation, and then she ran out of a certain type of Lincoln Log, so she built a new creation instead. So we're just kind of talking through those things for the cognitive piece to see that flexibility in thinking.
And then I don't second guess myself as a teacher. I don't doubt anything and go back and try to redo something. I think that helps me keep very organized, and I don't worry when I go to enter the data.
Look at it and say, I'm doing that. This is what I'm doing in small groups. I can easily take a note. I can easily take a picture of that. It's definitely a way to share with parents developmentally where their child is and how they can help them.
You really get to watch kids develop over, a long period of time. So they may be at a certain area on the color band at the beginning of the year, and you know right where they are. So you know what you need to do to keep them moving forward, to get them to where they need to be for the end of the year. You did it. Nice job.